That confirmation has come through from DLF. I'm sure all of you remember that viral picture a couple of weeks ago where people were scrambling to purchase DLF's the Arbor project that they launched in Gurgaon. The flats are 7 crore plus each unit, right? And there was a viral picture saying that they sold 8,000 crores plus of worth of inventory in just 3 days. Those were reports, but now the management has confirmed it. So definitely the luxury market is booming, and the confirmation has come through from DLF. 8,000 crores worth of inventory sold in just 3 days, and that stock is up about 1%
Recession? Did anyone say slowdown, recession? I don't know what we're talking about.
Anyone feeling bad for themselves that they're not in this 7 crore plus? One day we'll be there. All right, Sudarshan, what about you? The 910 call. This morning looks like it's going to be, all over the place. And as you said, better to be cautious. But what's the big call at 910?
See, the big call is it's a good time to start investing if you have some surplus money. So JSW Steel and steel we just heard about is a buying opportunity.
JSW Steel is a buying opportunity. Mitesh, what about you?
I'll go with the buy on Berger Paints at the stop at 580 for targets of 615.
Okay. The other space we are focusing on is banks, right? All the talk has been about global banks under pressure. But what about Indian banks? And, there is no direct read across from what's happening globally. Abhishek is standing by. I think he's highlighting a Morgan report and some analysis of his own. Abhishek, hi, morning.
Morning, Prashant. So as you mentioned, banks have been under pressure. The bank nifty in this year so far has declined by 9 to 10%. So individual stocks have declined anywhere between 5% to 16% levels. Top losers are SBI, decline of 15.7%, followed by Bajaj Finance, 13%, and Axis Bank, about 11.8%. Others who have fallen is HDFC Bank, about 5.3%, ICICI Bank, a little more than 7%, and Kotak Bank about 8.8%. So the valuations on a one-year forward basis has actually corrected, and now HDFC Bank is at 2.6 times. ICICI Bank on a consolidated book value is about 2.55 times, and Kotak Mahindra Bank on a consolidated book value is trading at just 2.6 times. Even the likes of Bajaj Finance, which used to trade on a one-year forward basis, price to book value multiple of 8 to 10x, is now trading at about 5.3 times. Now managements, they have been in various conferences and they remain bullish on the loan growth despite saying that net interest margin will moderate next year. So we have had Morgan Stanley, who has written a note on management takeaways from various lenders. Lenders say that loan growth will remain healthy, focus on higher margin book. That is the focus area that they are concentrating on. Net interest margin to moderate next year as funding cost will catch up. However, asset quality will remain benign. Retail term deposit is the area of focus for all the lenders. Back to you.
All right, thanks a lot for that. Well, in pre-opening, I just want to address one more stock, Reliance Industries. Now, I know it's been the biggest loser this year. It's underperformed the market, down 10% this year, while the Nifty is down 6%. But JP Morgan has, come out with a very interesting note where they maintain an overweight. They have a target price of 2960 on Reliance, which is well above the current market price. And they say that this is an attractive entry opportunity for investors if they want to get into it, because there are multiple catalysts that Reliance has over the next 2 years. There is the potential listing of the consumer business, which everyone's waiting for. There's the petrochemical growth. There is a large 5G capex monetization that they're looking at as well. And there is a ramp up in the new energy business, which is the next big trigger. So a lot of positive triggers. And let's not forget that the FII ownership of Reliance is now at a multi-year low. It's at a 6-year low. So they say that Reliance is now just 2% away from their bear case scenario, which means that this is a great time perhaps for long-term investors to be getting in. So whether that thesis plays out or not, time will tell. But interesting report from JP Morgan. Standard disclosure, of course, Reliance owns the channel that you're watching.
Absolutely. So let's see if Reliance can buck the weak trend. The other stock on our radar is Titan, which is actually up about 0.5% in pre-open. Mangalam, there's this interesting Lenskart deal. They've managed to raise a fair amount of money from ADIA. Does it have, can we draw any parallels, any takeaways for Titan's eye care business?
Well, that's exactly where my antennas went up as well, because this morning we got the news that ADIA has invested about $500 million in Lenskart. That values Lenskart around $4.2 billion, which is roughly 35,000 crores. The question is, could analysts start ascribing value to Titan's eyewear business? I spoke to a bunch of them. They aren't doing the sum of the parts or SOTP valuation yet. So basically, they haven't ascribed any value to this business so far. Just looking at Lenskart's numbers, FY22, which is public information, their revenues grew by 66%, around 1,500 crores, and they made a net loss of 102 odd crores. Assuming that on that 66% growth base, they do about 2,000 crores in this fiscal. This deal values the company at 17 times FY23 price to sales. Now, Titan, in the first 9 months, the eyewear business has done revenue upwards of 500 crores. Their profit making, the EBIT was close to around 96 odd crores. They've guided for 40% growth this year itself. So assuming they do 1,000 crores in FY24, the business at a much conservative multiple could be valued anywhere between 6,000 to 12,000 odd crores. So that could be some alpha coming in for Titan.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. So valuing the eye care business after what's happening with Lenskart. We have 30 seconds to go and the market is going to open anytime now. Looks like it's going to be a decent opening, but let's see. It's really been very volatile and the last few days have been